All right, heading into our evening hours, we're tracking some thunderstorms, and some of them likely to be severe tonight. In fact, for Towner County, between Cando and Rock Lake, we have a doozy of a storm. It's working its way eastward. We'll be pushing into Cavalier County as we go through the 6 o'clock hour. We have a warning in place, mainly for large hail, but this storm has a history of some very sizable hail. Reports of golf ball size hail and estimates a little bigger than that. Most of the energy right now, or the hail potential, where you see the reds and pinks here, it seems to be waning just a little bit, but still a very dangerous storm. And it is very tall in the atmosphere with the cloud tops upwards of 40,000+ feet. The pinks you see here show a hail core way above the ground that is extending quite high, which indicates a very strong updraft capable of supporting larger sized hail. Basically, this one could be producing some tennis ball size hail not far from Bisbee. It has just moved over you. If you have any hail at all to report, pass that along to your local authorities or let us know on the Valley News Live Facebook page. Here's the center of the strongest core of the storm. It'll be moving off to the east at a pretty good clip. These color changes you see on the cone here, those are about 15-minute increments, so it should be exiting the county on the outside of the half hour here. Most of the heavy hail will stay south of you in Rock Lake and north of you in Cando as it tracks its way off to the east. We do have that spin that's associated with this storm. When it gets to the bright blue there, that's an indication that it's getting a little bit tighter as it works its way off to the east. We're monitoring that very closely. Hail size has gone down from 4 to around 2 to 2.5 inch diameter up at cloud level. What reaches the ground is obviously could be a little smaller. Notice our thunderstorm development this afternoon, pretty sparse here in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota, although we do have a few cells here not far from the FM area. This activity up in Canada is expected to be very highly volatile, and tornadoes will be possible. A watch until 11 o'clock for tornadoes there. Thunderstorm warning for development in South Dakota out there. Here is a look at Norman County as well as Mahnomen County. Storms will be converging in your area. Hail size with these under 1/2 of an inch in diameter. They are non-severe at this time and not expected to be extremely strong. 83 right now, gusty winds at 32 miles per hour, 81 Valley City, 79 Langdon, and near 80-degree readings across most of western and central Minnesota. Here's the forecast, timing things out. This early round moves, but it's the late night that's the main event. We're talking about 10 o'clock and later for most of our western counties as these lines of storms make their way in. The chance for tornadoes in the overnight should drop down, but very gusty and damaging straight line winds from both of these cells and areas could be the possible problem. As we go through the wee hours of the morning, the storms will continue to push out to the east. Moving through the Red River Valley, it looks like around the midnight hour, so that's when the chances will be best. Tomorrow, starting our day out in the 60s, warming up to the 80s with hit and miss thunder shower chances that'll be few and far between and not expected to be severe. It looks like our winds will be have more of a northerly component. So in Fargo, 68 to start, 85 to finish your Friday, with north winds that will be around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures elsewhere, 80 to 85 for most, a few of us in the upper 70s in the far north and far east. Here's a dandy, lonely fella out there. Donna, thanks for uploading your Moorhead photo. Yes, I can see you. Here's a look at your planning forecast. Saturday, a very good chance of rain, particularly in the southern and eastern counties, and now continues into Father's Day with very heavy rain potential. We could see some flooding potential. Next week, dry for the majority of the week, the way it's looking right now, and we warm up again.
There we go.